Hey Bougie, how you doing? It's Terry from Hey Bougie Lifestyle. How are you? Before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. You know I like hanging out with you guys, and I always have something to share. So please hit that subscribe button. Thanks, Bougie. Anyway, today I said, for dinner, I was going to make some tuna. I said, let's have some tuna because it's so hot and all. I didn't want anything heavy. So I said I wanted to, go light today. And I said I was going to make tuna. Then I said, let's take it one step further. Let's make some macaroni and tuna salad. That way, I get a little bit more, I got a little bit more going on than just eating the plain tuna sandwich. So I said, let's bump it up a notch and make some macaroni and tuna salad. And I'll also make some plain tuna salad, so that if I decide I want to have a sandwich. So, because when you make up tuna, you can make up enough to last you a couple of days for, a couple of days of the week. And I said, well, let's do it. So I have in here my bowl, I have the tuna. I use the solid white albacore. That's what I, what do you find? Yeah, solid white albacore Star Kiss. I like Star Kiss. And it's the wild caught. And that's what I prefer. And water. That's all. And water. So I have my tuna here, and I'm going to mix up the tuna. That's how I do. I make the tuna first. I make my tuna first, and then I add in the noodles. So because I like to make sure that my tuna, has the flavor that I'm going for. And once you get the noodles in there, it makes it a little bit, for me, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Anyway, so here's my tuna. It's and I'm just going to start adding in my ingredients. What I have here to go in my tuna, I have chopped up egg. The egg is already chopped up, so I'm going to add that in. And celery and red onions chopped up. I think I'm going to chop them a little bit more just to make sure, I don't have big chunks. And before when I used to make tuna, I would just, I never would add egg. But then once I decided to be grown up, I started adding in an egg, and I really do like it. It makes it, more hearty. But I don't know. But yeah, I never would add in the eggs. So, and I think in addition to the macaroni and tuna salads, I'm going to do a few deviled eggs, to complete the summer plate. So just want to make sure my vegetables are nice and chopped up really, really good. Before adding them in. Not a chef. So, celery and red onions. I think I'm going to I think that might do it. So I'll leave some out just in case I need more. So in here I have celery, red onions with my tuna. So now at this point I'm going to add in my mayo. Jar since we're almost empty. Of course, that's not enough. So I'm going to have to go in. So I have 3 cans of tuna. Here, you know. I'm gonna bring it down some so you can see actually what's happening. I used 2 eggs, 2 boiled eggs. So that's going to be pretty good because once I add in those noodles, it's going to really get it's going to really start soaking up the mayo. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to dump in some relish because you know, we need a lot of relish. And I probably will add more once I put the noodles in. And you know, just like chicken salad, when you put your tuna or your salad in the fridge, I don't know, seems like the mayo starts to just evaporate. So I have my seasonings already here in this little container. I blended them up. What I used was seasoned salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic and herb seasoning, garlic powder, and some smoked paprika, and a dash of cayenne pepper in here. But I'm not going to use all of this, but I find that if I do it this way, it helps me to, you know, I got a little bit of everything, and then I just can mix it as I want to and control. Don't have to keep going back and forth to the containers. I already know what I'm going to put in, so. All right. So now, once I have this tuna, I have this it's good to go. Now that I'm going to add in some noodles. I'm going to add in some of the noodles. But I'm going to take out some of the tuna because you don't need this much tuna since I'm adding in the noodles. Because I had to put so much mayo for the noodles to go in, I'll probably have to add more tuna to that batch right there. So That should be good. All right, so now I'm gonna add in my noodles, which I have already washed and drained, cooked, washed and drained off, washed and drained, rinsed off. So I'm gonna add them in, and I'm just gonna like eyeball it because let's see. A little bit more noodles. As you guys know, I'm not big on measuring. I do it by feel. That's how my mom cooked. She wasn't a big measurer. Right. Unless you're baking. You know, when you're baking, you have to really measure. And then I have this all mixed up. I do think I'm going to add some more relish. And I'm going to add in, I was going back and forth. I think I'm going to add a little bit of jalapeno. Not a lot. I don't want to overpower. So I'm going to add some relish. And I'm also going to add in a little bit of, you know what that is, dressing. Just to give it a little bit of oomph to the flavor. One thing about tuna salad, or any kind of salad that's, you know, like a wet salad with mayo and all, you really have to kind of really like pay attention to the wet ingredient ratio, because you don't want it to be too gushy. Anyway, so I think right now, right here, that's why, you know, I think I use just the right amount of mayo for the noodles. Now, if I were to add more noodles, I probably have to add more mayo. So now I need to test it. Need to do the taste test, because I, you know, need to know that I put enough seasonings, enough, you know, mayo, relish, everything together. I think there's definitely enough mayo right now. So I just want to try and just test it for the taste of the seasonings. So this is going to be true taste test. Guys, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but I do want to add just a little bit more, because it could use a little bit, dash more of salt. So I'm just going to add some more seasoning. Just a little, not a lot. Okay. Yes. I don't want to mess it up now. Uh-oh. I don't remember which, oh, I ate off the spoon. Okay. I don't remember which, but I tasted off the spoon. All right. And I do think a little bit more of the dressing. You know, bring y'all down so you can see. Okay. More of the dressing. dash more relish. And the good thing about these salads, you know, you can just go back and add more, you know, each day if you feel like, oh, well, you know, it needs a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that. You can keep going with it. So as long as you have the ingredients, it works to get it just like you want it. And all right, so I'm going to, there we have it. I'm going to add a little some paprika on top. And I'm going to give it another taste so we can see if we're getting to the point we want it at. All right. Usually, if someone in my family was here, they would do the taste. That's how we do. We're like, okay, how's this? Does this taste okay? You know, well, you need a pinch of this or a pinch of that. But since I'm doing this solo, I gotta trust me. All right. So I'm gonna taste this one. Very good. It's delicious. So I'm going to cover this up. Just the right amount of seasonings. I didn't need any more. I didn't need any more seasonings. So I'm going to cover this up, set it in the fridge for, you know, maybe like in half an hour. And I'm going to prepare some deviled eggs to go along with it. So I'll come back and show you my deviled eggs. Stay bougie.